Wow, this is going to be a crazy video. I think I definitely have a lot to say about this. You guys have seen the title. Get in the comments. Let me know how you guys are feeling about this, okay? Marcus Rashford to Barcelona. Wow. I can't lie. I'm excited. A lot of these transfers are shaping up to give a lot of interest for next season. We're definitely seeing a lot of moves. And this move for Rashford, what's my initial reaction? I think it's the right move for him. I think it's a dream move for him. I think Rashford is so excited for this chapter. And who wouldn't be? Guys, whether you want to project, disagree, Barcelona plays some of the best football in the world. Last year, PSG and Barcelona just played the best football. They throughout the whole year, the most exciting football. And when I take a look at managers in the world right now, okay, it's Enrique, it's Flick, Inzaghi went to Saudi. I would have Inzaghi in that tier. And then, you've got one week where it's Enzo, because right now he put on an absolute tactical masterclass at the Club World Cup, right? So you have to give him respect. You've got Slot, all these managers, right? But really, when I look at the top of the managers right now, Enrique and Flick are cooking another level. And I think Flick, as an attacking player, is the best possible manager to go under the helm of. And I'm so excited, just before we go over any of this deal, I'm so excited for Rashford because I think Rashford has had so much on his shoulders, so much pressure, so much spotlight, so much expectation to deliver to United that I think he's going to be able to just take a breath of fresh air for once, man. Even when he goes on that loan move to Villa, he's still in England. He's walking into one of the best footballing teams in the world with one of the best footballing managers in the world. I think he's going to shortly realize, like, wow, this is paradise. And I hope it motivates him to work hard to build his consistency. The one flaw with Marcus Rashford in his entire career that I've always watched, I've been watching him for a long time now, pretty much, since he started, his inconsistency. We see moments of Rashford that, like, we're just like, yo, this guy is crazy good. Other moments where he's just stinking it up. Now, what does Rashford do just as a player before we get into this deal, right? What does he offer Barcelona? He's one of a rare type of player where you can go 1-on-3 and Rashford can do that, right? Not every player can do that. You can have a great technical player, a great simple player, a great shooter, but they can't always take everybody on 1-on-3. He is a counter team's dream target because he can make something happen out of nothing. He could take on 2-3 players at once. And he offers that skill, that flair, that's going to give Barcelona that creativity. Now, how is it all going to line up with Barcelona? We don't really know yet. But I definitely expect Flick to turn Rashford into a monster. I would be shocked if he goes there and we don't see, again, at 27 years old, some of that old prime we saw of Rashford. I think Flick will bring it out of him because Flick seems to just bring out the best out of everybody. He's got Lewandowski at 37 playing like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it is incredible, just to see what he's getting out of these players. Let's talk about the deal. Barcelona's advancing on a deal to sign Marcus Rashford from United. Loan plus buy option. United have agreed. Not done, but final stages. Flick approves 27-year-old England international and says he suits Barcelona's football and financial level. This is the following. Barcelona set to pay whole Marcus Rashford's salary as part of proposed transfer from United. Impending loan plus option to buy includes 100% wage cover by Barcelona. Okay. Let's talk about that one. Now, everyone's freaking out about that one, guys, because everybody's thinking about how expensive Rashford's wages are. That is all fair. It has come out, and this is what I assumed. The conditions for Barcelona to sign this guy were prime. Let's talk about why. Barcelona needed an attacker. Deco's been dreaming about Diaz, which doesn't seem to be happening. They tried to get Nico Williams. It didn't work, so they got an attacker, okay? Number one, Rashford has made it very clear that he wants to go to Barcelona. We've seen him put it on his Instagram, follow the players, all that. Number two, Rashford cannot play at United next season. They already told him you're not allowed to come to training camp. And number three, because he wants to go so badly to Barcelona, it was understood that he would be willing to take a pay cut because he wants to play there. He wants to be there. And how can you blame him? That team, that midfield, that attack, Hansi Flick. Woo! Okay, now, so the reports come out, and this has been coming out the last day, a couple different people. Understand Marcus Rashford has taken his salary cut to join Barcelona. He will be paid around 10 mil gross, including bonuses, which is still quite a bit of money, right? The concession allows Barcelona to now pay 100% of his wages. So apparently, this negotiation went on for a little bit because they were figuring out, okay, Rashford saying, where can I go down to that you're going to be able to sign me because I want to be here? That's what you, if you're a Barcelona fan, that's what you want to see. That is what you want to see from Rashford. Look, he's still getting a boatload of money to be there for the wages because he's not a cheap player, but it's just crazy to see. Rashford really showing a good sign of character there. He's a guy that, I know market value is not wages, but look, this is a guy that in his prime, in his peaks, PSG were dropping this guy 120 mil, euro, values and offers. It's crazy. And I'm not going to say he's fallen off, but he's been valued around 50, 55, 60 now. So his wages are very high, but Barcelona's doing enough to get it done. Guys, it is a here we go, by the way. This is not speculation. It's a here we go. We trust Ornstein more than Fabrizio, but they both said it's happening. So what are my thoughts? Do I like this move? Rashford last season with Villa, it was a weird season. I feel like last season was a season Rashford really couldn't get super settled. He starts at United, ends up at Villa, gets Europa League, Champions League, Premier League minutes. To be honest, guys, didn't get all that many Premier League minutes. 1,400 is not too many. And this is the thing. If you look at season by season with Rashford, I think he's never, at least in the recent few seasons, been able to benefit from how stinky this Manchester United team is. And it's no slight to the United fans. But you take a look at what Rashford has been able to do on some of these better United teams. You look at that season, 30 goals, 12 assists. Look at this season, 21 goals, 18 assists. So the biggest thing for Rashford is going to be, can he find himself with confidence getting into the rotation? We look at this Barcelona team. Is Marcus Rashford expected to start? We don't think so. I mean, I don't know for sure. I can't say what Flick is going to see in this guy and what he's going to want to do. Based on last season, I don't know. Rafinha had a Ballon d'Or level season out on the left. I don't know what they're going to line up with. But I will also tell you this with Rashford that I do quite enjoy. And I'm excited to watch him as a player. We've never seen him, bro, play with this level of clientele, these level of talent players. I'm so excited to see what he can do. We're gonna get to really see what Marcus Rashford can cook, what he can do, because he is gonna be in a very possession-based, quick, intelligent attacking team. I mean, dude, he's gonna be playing. Let me roll this out to you. All right, he's going from playing with Garnacho. Do we even need to name all the United strikers, outside of Ronaldo and Lukaku that, he's had to deal with, to Lewandowski, all right? Probably the second best striker of the last generation behind Luis Suarez. Incredible player. Lamine Yamal, baby GOAT, okay? Top 3 in the Ballon d'Or voting this season. Incredible talent, incredible. Rafinha, and then the midfield, Pedri, I don't need to say more. Look, he's going to a team that scored so many goals last season, played such fluid football, not to mention had games where they would play Mallorca 1-0 and have 40 shots, bro. 40 shots. So he is going to benefit so much in this team. I hope he can get consistent playing time. I hope we can see the old Marcus Rashford, but I think the conditions are prime. You start the relationship by taking a pay cut because you want to be there. You already want to be at Barcelona. You just want to be there. You want to be a part of this greatness, and I can't blame Rashford for wanting to do that. Obviously, getting out of United, and this is one of the times in Rashford's career we're going to see him out of England now. He's not in England. This is a guy that I think has just really struggled with a lot of what pressure people are putting on him, and he's not been in great systems. He's not been in great teams. He's going to a great team. All right, and let's see if he can get his form back. I want to see this guy back in an England shirt one day. He was on that England team. He wasn't at the I don't think he was at the last World Cup. I think, or whatever the last competition was. I don't think we saw him there. So look, I want him to get back to his old form. And I think one more positive for Barcelona fans to see out of the situation. You add team depth with this. Yes, his wages are high. I don't think you should believe everybody on Twitter saying you got scammed, because there's not many Marcus Rashford type players in the world. There's not many players that can hold the ball up against 2 players and then take it and go crazy and have a deadly shot. You want to get Rashford comfortable. You want to get him confident. You want to support him. You want to see him have consistency. I'm really excited. He adds a lot of depth to Barcelona, man. He can play center forward. That's what people forget. He's not insane there, but he can play center forward, guys. 100% he can play center forward. He can play to 9. He can play left wing. He can play to 9. So he also adds depth, which is something to be really excited about as a Barcelona fan. And you know what? As a Barcelona fan, I'll say this. Nico Williams, would that have been great? Because you see the chemistry with Spain and Yamal and all those players. Yeah, it would have been great. It would have been really great. I still think that was the one they should have got. They didn't get him. In the end, it didn't work. But, is Luis Diaz going out and spending, 80 to 100 mil for Luis Diaz? Is that the better option here? No, I don't think so. I like this. I think this is a good deal. I think if this really does work out, you could expect Barcelona to buy him if he's really happy. Rashford's probably looking at this as like, this is the opportunity of his lifetime. He's finally getting out of Manchester. He's 27. He's a talent for sure. He's still got a good. You look at some of these footballers that are 37. He's probably looking at it like, look, I can still play. I'm going to go prove myself. I want to go have a season, and I want to get bought by Barcelona because I want to stay here. I want to win trophies. I want to get back in the England international team. And I want to have midfielders and attackers that can link the play and play me the ball well. So, look, I'm hoping for Rashford. I'm praying. I think this is a massive opportunity for his career. And I think this is the last chance for Rashford. I think this is Rashford's last chance. I think if it doesn't work out here, you're going to start to see him get loaned out to Saudi, bought out to Saudi, go to Turkey, that whole route. No disrespect to any of those leagues. If this one doesn't work for Rashford, so if he doesn't have a good season, he doesn't get a buyout, I think it's done. I think he'll end up kind of spiraling in that direction, or maybe he'll end up at like Serie A and he'll start to go like that, right? And there's nothing wrong with that, but I want to see what we saw at Rashford just a couple seasons ago, and I think it's possible. I think he's got some real conditions here at Barcelona to thrive. Seriously, I haven't seen Flick really ruin a lot of players, so I'm excited. I'm really excited for him. I think it's the move he really wanted, and let me know what you guys think, man. Rashford fans, Barcelona fans, let me know what you guys are thinking.